Hello everybody and welcome back to Awkwardsm Gaming with more of the reactions. Today we are reacting to Jaiden Animations. I attempt my first Pokemon Nuzlocke. Okay, I have thought about doing Nuzlockes for my channel, so we are getting to watch somebody else first before I highly think about it.
What do you guys think? Think you should do a Nuzlocke? Leave a comment.
Alright, pushing start now.
In the Pokemon community, there's a set of self-imposed rules you can add to the games.
Have
to
you
make them
ever
more
watched any of her
challenging,
videos?
called the Pokemon Nuzlocke. You can
I know about
catch
it
the
because
first
of
Pokemon
watching
you run
game
into per route.
Yeah.
If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you
Because they've
can't
been
use
on
it
tour
anymore.
with her.
And you have to nickname your Pokemon to get more attached to them. That
Mayo.
means if you aren't careful,
Mayo the
you can
Jigglypuff.
Texas
lose the
Smash.
Pokemon game under those
Ha!
conditions.
References.
I wanted to do a Nuzlocke for the longest time. I've
You
started a
lost
couple in the past,
Nuzlocke
but never
part
actually
one.
got to finish any because busy. But today's the day that all changes. I decided to make a video on my first full attempt at a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Let's see how it went. After breaking free from the back of the moving truck my mom stuffed me in and introducing myself to the neighbor Brendan, the kid that I always thought was a monkey said that he heard screaming up ahead. Professor
thought it was a
Birch is getting
monkey?
mauled by a level 2 Pushiana, so I let his Torchic out and she scratches the crap out of it. He gifts me
Oh, I'm
Torchic
enjoying
for
this so
rescuing
far.
him, and I name her Teriyaki, my first Pokemon. Walking up the route more, I run into Brendan, who challenges me to a battle, where Teriyaki proceeds to also scratch the crap out of his Mudkip. Good job, Teriyaki. You're 2 for 2. Doing great. Professor Birch gives me 5 Pokeballs, and the Nuzlocke has officially started. I walked back up to catch my first Pokemon and ran into a Zigzagoon. Alright, not the best, but I can work with
Scratch.
this. You know, I think we're gonna have a really awesome adventure. Dude, Teriyaki one-shotted Zigzagoon with a critical hit.
Oh, it's showing the
scratch,
gameplay
but
too.
whatever.
Oh.
Contain your murder a little bit, alright, guy? Route 102 is right around the corner, and that's where I was able to catch Corn the Seedot. Look at us, couple
Corn?
of friends ready to take on the Hoenn region
Wow.
together. After watching the weird Kid Wally struggle to catch his first Pokemon, I continued on to Route 104 and found a little Talo in the grass. Aggressive and screams and hungry? Oh yeah. I know your name. In Petalburg Forest, a Team Magma grunt jumps some random professor, so Ari and Teriyaki peck his eyes out.
Oh, the bird's name's Ari.
Hello, Shrimish.
Okay.
I'm gonna name you Onion. I make it to Rustboro, and while getting ready
What
to
is
take
my
on
life?
Roxanne's
What
gym,
is my life?
Teriyaki kills another Zigzagoon I was about to catch. What's your problem with Zigzagoons, dude? But it turned out alright, because she also ended up evolving. Onion was able to destroy Roxanne with ease, and we got our first gym badge. Exiting the gym, we catch a glance that Team
I'm loving
Magma is
this.
up to no good again.
This sucks in the story, the cute little
Scorching earth
animations.
or something. And this old man exclaims that they stole
I like
his
how she
Pico.
takes her own spin on things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's your job. So you're coming with me. The mayor thanks me by turning me into his errand boy, and I arrive in Dewford to give a letter to Stephen.
Well, maybe you can put it that way.
Alright, what do we got? Ugh. Chomps. The next gym leader. Ari's a stone cold killer and easily earned MVP in that fight. Things were going well. 2 badges in and the team is looking good. On
Can't get out of
the
my
next
shoe.
city, I caught a tentacle on the beach. Squidward. And after meeting Team Magma and Brendan again in Slateport, it was time again to get ready for the gym battle with Watson. But as I was fighting some trainers, Chomps the Mawile got electrocuted a bit too hard and was killed.
Oh.
Jaiden, let's battle. I want to show you how strong I am. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, this is an electric gym. You're not allowed to fight in here, so you can just wait outside. All of the gym trainers
They're
Onion
upset.
evolved into Breloom, and together with Teriyaki, they were able to get another victory. Now we were riding high. 3 gym badges in, and no.
That's actually what it looks like. I like how there's a blue one, a
With
yellow,
our
a
massive
red one, and a...
confidence, we decided
a
to
green
take
one?
on the Wind Straight
Like, those could
Hamlet
technically be
challenge,
starter
beating all
Pokemon
their
and you
family
don't know.
members. I had Squidward out front to get him some
Oh.
experience, but we ran into some troubles with Grandma. Oh god, it's gonna do a high jump kick. We can take him out, but I need a clean switch
Oh,
first.
I'm just deflated.
The Whismer, but honestly, that was the safest move to ensure no one else died.
That was great.
Goodbye, Hush Child. You
Oh,
might
his
be-
name was Hush
We were heading to
Child.
fall
His
off.
name was Hush
Some
Child?
trainers are evolved. Oh, look at my big bird. Oh, look at you. Yeah. We were almost to town, but we had to get through the sooty grass on 113. Oh, jeez. All right, Barf, get in there with the rest
Barf?
of us. I walked into Meteor Falls to see Team Aqua and Team Magma arguing about water and rocks.
As one does.
They kept complaining and I had to go up the volcano they were blocking to fight Maxie, the Team Magma leader. That was a hard fight. Onion and Teriyaki were able to take out his mighty and Camerupt, but his Golbat hit hard. I ended up having to switch in Ari and double team up to win the battle. Not the most honorable of strategies, but it worked and we're moving on. On the way down the volcano, I ran into a match shop. Oh, hello there, Chad. What? You're a female? Did I stutter? We arrived in London and started
lady
getting
named
through
Chad.
Flannery's gym. During that time, Squidward was almost killed by a Fury swiping Kecleon. Fury's dead. Oh my gosh, that does
Oh,
a
no.
lot of damage. Stop.
Oh, no.
But when it came time to battle, he pulled his weight and more. Honestly, with the team, there wasn't much I could have done to Flannery's fire Pokemon, but Squidward came in clutch by learning Bubble Beam, and it was all over for her. Badge 4, under our belt. Brendan met up with us outside the gym to give us goggles so we could walk in the sandstorms. I found a claw fossil.
It's been
and
so long
Amaranth
since I
was
played the
born.
game.
I didn't know what to
Yeah,
name it, so my
just
friend named him Gary. Now it was time for the 5th gym. After some training, Chad evolved into Machoke, and the team was leveled up. I started the battle with
So
Ari,
in
and
Nuzlocke,
after
can you
realizing
ever,
I was in
can she
trouble-
like trade her Machamp to make a
Yeah, that
Machamp
doesn't
to a
do a lot of
Machamp?
damage.
I don't know if that
Like
against the
just
rules or not.
trading, yeah.
I
I
managed
guess you have to look up all the
squeak by
rules
with
before you
more
actually do
doubles.
it
Right.
yourself.
Ari was barely able to take out the first slacking, so when the second, stronger one came out, I knew I had to use a different strategy. I brought out Onion to leech seed it and try and get more chip damage in, which worked, but he was also killed by Slacking's Facade, which I thought he could take. Chad was able to finish off the rest of the fight, but that was the first
How
death
dramatic
that
it
actually
is when she
hurt.
animates it like that.
I'm not crying. Someone's just chopping onions in here. But with every down, there's an up. And Corn stepped up and was ready to fill Onion's spot. While passing through Mauville again, Watson asked us to help him turn off the city's generator. And while down there, I found a Magnemite. Do you want to come with?
A little magnet.
We kept on our way, catching Spurky the Electrike, and while fighting some trainers, Corn survived 2 very close calls. He took a Swords Dance boosted Fury Cutter by Ninjask, and a
Ooh.
misclick from me, which resulted in him tanking a wing attack from a Tailo. No, Corn!
Oh no.
Dude, Corn, I'm so sorry.
He's like, kill
You're
me,
such a
please.
trooper. Good news is
Yeah.
Squidward evolved while training, so that's neat. We arrived
Yes.
in Fortree City, and this was a gym I was really nervous about. Not only did we not have a good team to
I was
take on a
hoping you'd
flying
keep the
type
hand from
gym,
Squidward
but
face.
Winona's Altaria is notorious for sweeping teams if she sets up too many dragon dances. I went to the grass to train up the team, and the worst happened. Corn was killed by pin missile from a Zigzagoon. Wait,
What?
no.
What?
Stop, Corn.
It's out of nowhere.
Corn, no, Corn.
After all of
Monster,
that.
how can you do this? Is this why you kept trying to kill all the Zigzagoons? I want to think that Corn sacrificed himself because he knew we were at too much of a disadvantage going into Winona's gym, and by opening up a space, we could get the type advantage we needed to stand a chance. With a heavy heart, I brought Zip Zap Zop the Magnemite to the team.
Zip zap
And
zop.
realized how much more grinding I was gonna have to do. I had to fight so many Merrills to get Zip Zap Zop on par with the rest of the team. You wanna know how many? The move Thunderbolt can be used 15 times before it runs out. And I had to go back to the Pokemon Center almost 6 separate times to refill it.
Wow.
Meaning Zip Zap Zop killed more than 80 Merrill that were living in that lake. Winona Lead was
That's a
slow,
massacre.
which Zip Zap Zop was able to take out. But she immediately brought out Altaria, which made me very scared because I know she's got Earthquake on that thing. I didn't have a clean switch, and I knew no one on the team could take 2 hits from this Cloud Bird. So I ultimately decided that I'd have to have Zip Zap Zop paralyze it in exchange for his death. Goodbye, Zip Zap Zop. You weren't here for long, but your efforts will not be in vain. Oh my god! Somehow Zip Zap Zop lived the earthquake, on 2 HP like a mad lad. I'm looking down on us for that one because there was definitely a 90% chance Zip Zap Zop was supposed to die there. With that string of luck, I was able to switch Ari in for Zip Zap Zop to predict another earthquake and started chipping away at the Altaria, which was not going to be easy. She was already
Not being able to go back
stack
and
up
heal your
those
people if they
dragon
die
dances, which
has to
make
make
her
every
moves
victory
even
feel
more
so much better.
powerful, and I was legitimately sweating. But with what little luck we had left, Winona got greedy and tried to get in that last dragon dance, and that's when Ari was able to swoop in and snipe that kill. If that Altaria would have decided to attack at any point, she would have one-shotted anyone and everyone on my team.
Wow.
Thank you, Korn. You shined your photosynthesis onto us. From there, I was able to heal
Wow.
Zip Zap Zop and sweep the rest of her team. The 6th gym badge was ours. Outside the safari zone, I found a death skull I was able to catch. I tried to have Gary
In the
in the
bush,
trees
just
to
pick up
resurrect
mine.
him from the dirt, but he honestly has like no moves that do damage, so I decided to replace him with Sim. We arrived in Lilycove and tried fishing on the beach for a Pokemon, but Chet punched the Whalmer I reeled up too hard and killed it. We stormed Team Magma's base, and while trying to get the Master Ball they've got on the ground, an Electrode exploded and almost killed Chad, which was uncalled for. After beating their admin, they escaped into a submarine, and I went on to fight the next gym. Tate and Liza were the first double battle gym leaders, and I didn't realize until too late that I was just a tad underleveled for them.
Uh-oh.
They don't have any more than 2 Pokemon, so I think we should be okay. 42?
That's not too bad of a difference,
Uh-oh.
though.
Sin and Zip Zap Zop made a good duo, being able to confuse and paralyze them, but Solrock managed to get off a Sunny Day powered flamethrower in Zip Zap Zop's face, which totally killed him. That really sucked. He put in so much work for the team and really carried us this far. The rest of this fight's for you, Zip Zap Zop.
It seems like
Squidward
really to
came
get
out,
a
and
Nuzlocke
together
good,
with
you just
Sin,
need to
we're
train
able
up your
to finish
Pokemon.
off the duo, getting us our
Like
7th
in between
gym
each
badge.
gym, get them
Do a lot
at
of
least
training.
10 points of levels.
I think I single-handedly
wonder if,
wiped out the entire
do they have
wild
XP
Pokemon
shared in those older ones?
population between Zip Zap Zop and
I'm pretty sure you
Spurfy.
can
I
get your hands
went
on
to
one.
Cave
There
and
was
Lobby the
always
Steel
one
and
in
went out
one
to
game,
take on
even
Maxie
all the way
the
from the
last
red
time.
and blues.
For some reason,
I
I
wonder
didn't
if it's
learn my
allowed for
lesson
the
when
Nuzlocke.
being
Ooh, see,
underleveled for
that's
Tate and
different thing
Liza,
entirely.
because I was
You'd have
even
to look
more
up all the rules
underleveled for
for
Yeah.
Maxie.
Well, there's also like a soft Nuzlocke and then a
It doesn't
hardcore
go down?
Nuzlocke.
This fight was rough. Chad was able to take out his Mightyena, but I resorted to Squidward when his Crobat came out, and luck wasn't on my side here, because Squidward was killed by a high roll wing attack.
Squidward,
the way
no!
Pokemon works is there's a small range of damage an attack can do. It's not actually the same all the time, and it's kind of based on chance. So even though it looked like Squidward could have lived 2 wing attacks, Maxie was able to get a low roll on the first one and a high roll on the second, which
Ooh.
was the death of Squidward. But it wasn't time to give
Oh,
up.
I'd love to see
We
like
had
the
to
twirling
persevere.
hands of Squidward. He's like,
For
oh, I
Squidward,
should do that for
Ari
that.
came in and took
That would
out
be
the
really
Crobat
funny.
and lived on 1 HP when hit by Camerap's Rock Slide. It was a tough battle, but we squeaked by. Barely. After that fight, I needed to take a step back and seriously grind up the team again. If we were just a big
Little baby
underleveled,
seal.
we would have been murdered. Blubby joined the team and we got to work, eventually arriving in Sutopolis. Steven and the Sutopolis gym leader, Wallace, were there saying Groudon was in the cave because someone used the wrong orb and pissed him off. So I went in there, walked up to Groudon, and Master Balled him immediately. There's no way I'm fighting Groudon. Now get in the box. While Wallace he was able to take out his Love Disc and Celio. Sin beat his Whiscash, and Chad finished off the Milotic. The team was perfect. And after obtaining our final gym badge, I knew we were ready for the Elite Four. We got through Victory Road. Wally tried to fight us for the last time, but he just needs to stop. We exited the cave,
Stop.
and there it was. the final challenge.
Who do you think's gonna make it to the end?
Sydney was up first, and honestly, he wasn't a challenge at all. Chad and Teriyaki were able to take care of his team.
I think
Stevie wasn't difficult either, with Sin and Bluff.
I think Chad.
MVPs. Glacio was a bit.
Teriyaki has to make
Teriyaki
it.
was able
That's
to
the
take
story.
out
You're saying
things, and
Teriyaki?
could handle
I say
the
Chad.
Celio,
Chad's good.
But her wall rain was the big problem. Wall rains are thick, can tank a lot of hits, and can do a lot of damage. I would know, because I have one.
Oh,
I
look at the
found out
boy.
Chad, and she was able to get in a good amount of damage, but she was ultimately killed by
No,
Bluff.
Chad!
Sin came out
I
to try and
said
confuse it,
Chad
but
was
it
the
broke
first
through
to die.
confusion and landed a Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold is a one-hit KO move. It has a 30% chance of hitting the target and will fail if the target Pokemon's level is higher than the user's. But even under all those conditions, it hit, and Sin was killed.
Dang,
Two
she lost
great
2 of them in the
teammates,
first battle.
down and out. Chad was with us for so long and pulled so much weight, and Sin got us through some really tough battles. Even with those losses, we were able to finish Glacia off and move on to the final Elite Four.
She has 4 Pokemon now.
Drake. Drake's got a tough team, but we've got a Blubby, and she wanted revenge. for
Oh,
falling
that's that.
comrades.
She only lost
She
2.
iced
Wow, this is the last.
every
Elite
single
Four.
one of Drake's Pokemon. Just a straight up massacre. And with that, it was on to the last battle. Steven Stone. I was legitimately nervous. I led with Spurky to take out his Skarmory as quick as possible, and Blubby was able to take out his Claydol and Aggron, but then came his Metagross. This might be the end. Metagross is Steven's strongest Pokemon, so I needed to hinder it as much as I could before it started doing serious damage. I knew his Metagross had Earthquake, which would definitely take out most of my team, so I had to have Spurky Kamikaze to get a paralysis off. Blubby came out again, and after a lot of hard work, finally beat the Metagross by spamming Surf. Teriyaki was able to finish his Cradily, and his final Pokemon was Armaldo, Gary's final revenge for getting booted from the team. I brought out Blubby because Teriyaki was pretty weakened, and after realizing she gets 2-shotted by him, I knew she was gonna have to die. So with a heavy heart, Blubby pulled off her last Surf, getting Armaldo in the red, and was killed. Teriyaki, the Pokemon who's been with us from the start, who's seen her friends die in front of her, the OG, refused to let any more murder happen. Onion, Corn, Zip Zap Zop, Squidward, Chad, Sin, Spurky, Blubby, their 0s and 1s won't go down in vain. One good kick to the head, and we did it. We completed the
That's
Pokemon
awesome.
Resilience
Dang, only
Lock.
2 lived.
Teriyaki and Ari were the only survivors, but the whole team put in a lot of work to get us to number
I love
1.
it. There's so much drama
Cheers
just because how the Nuzlocke
to the
are.
true Mad Lads.
That definitely adds a whole new level to like make your moves count. Alright guys, that was Jaiden Animations' first Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Loved the animation. I could literally listen to her talk constantly.
That's a great story.
Her animations are not too much to where like it's hard to focus, but it's just enough to make it funny. So I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. It's really fun to watch. She's really good telling the story. I think that made it even better.
Yeah. Alright guys, we're going to end this episode here. If you liked this video, like it down there, subscribe to your friends, and then join Allegiance. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.